Welcome back. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn about Scotland, namely for the topic of cell for this year's 30-day map challenge. I decided to create a high-detailed urban visualization using 3D Lidar data. Luckily, Scotland has scanned the entire country at a resolution of 50 centimeters. In this tutorial, we are going to collect some parts of that data at this very high resolution and then create a 3D visualization of the Castle of Edinburgh. So if you want to see how a certain small cell of a country, a historical castle, looks like in Python, then keep watching the video because there we are going to do this in Python. See you there. Let's start with downloading the data. So now you can see the Scottish Remote Sensing portal, which contains all the available LiDAR data about Scotland. So different phases cover different parts of the country, and now we would like to get data about Edinburgh, especially about the part where they have their beautiful historical castle, which should be around here. So after checking the different phases, it will turn out that it's phase 5, which is covering this part of Scotland. So in the right, you can see all the different products, all the different LiDAR tiles, which are available for downloading. And to query the tiles from this area, we will need to get the bounding box here. I don't see the menu item where I can create a new one, so I just zoomed out and dragged this one here, and now we will just keep adjusting it. Yep, if we zoom on this area, then at the end there will be just 7 tiles, and maybe it's fine as it is, or we can keep zooming in or just download one from here. But at the end it's pretty simple, so we just put them in the basket, go to the download button, click on it, and then we can see these download buttons for every single geotagged TIFF file, and we will just download a few of these. Spoiler, at the end we are going to need these two, so the grid ID is NT27SE, Southeast and Southwest. So once you have downloaded these, you are ready to move on and start the Python part. As usual, I will add the source link here as well, and then let's import a few basic libraries we are going to use in this tutorial. Basic things to deal with: spatial data, raster data, and a few plotting commands. And for the more advanced part, for the 3D visualizations, spoiler alert, Plotly. So first, let's specify the area I want to visualize. It's going to be the Castle of Edinburgh. So first let's download the admin boundaries of Edinburgh and then also the castle, and then create a plot where we visualize them both. Yep, the castle is quite small compared to the entire city, so let's just plot it. Yep, this is the castle area. Now we move on to pre-process and then visualize the rasters. I discovered that the castle actually lies nearly at the intersection of these two tiles. So first we are going to read them and then merge them. So here we will have a combined raster grid consisting of 2 LiDAR 3D tiles coming from the Scottish LiDAR program. Then we make sure that the metadata is up to date, so we extend the part where the injection of the new rasters, so the 2 rasters, should be reflected. Then we make sure that the castle polygon has the same CRS as the raster grid. And then to have sort of a buffer zone around the castle, which we will visualize, we will create a buffer zone here. And for that, let's double check that the CRS of the castle now has a measure of unit in meters. Oh yeah, that should be... Yep, here we are in the local system, which is indeed in meters. Then, for the first visualization, which is going to be static, let's get the bounding box of the visuals. And then, since now we have two large satellite tiles, but we only want to visualize the area around the castle with a buffer zone of 500 meters, we will need to crop the raster using this bounding box created from the buffered castle geometry. And supposedly this dataset will have just one raster band, and we will extract that, handle the missing data, and we also do some percentile scaling, which you have seen in my previous tutorials as well. The reason is that we are cutting outliers, which may be just artifacts in the data, so that we will have a more balanced plot once we get to the visualization part. And speaking of visualization, let's create a new plot. Visualize the raster using raster.io's show parameter or show command using the terrain color map, which is fairly standard, but we can use, let's use a different one. Let's make it more interesting. And for housekeeping, we will add the boundary lines of the castle, which is supposed to be on the high ground, and some basic labeling. And yep, now we have a proper heat map with the castle lighting up in the center. Let's see what other color maps we may use. A simple one called blues. Yep, it's almost like a photograph negative. Let's try another one called Berlin. I never used it, and it seems it's also not available in the current version I have here. But we probably have the seismic one. Yep. Oh yeah, this also looks pretty good. But then at the end, let's have a look at the terrain one, which should look like a standard geography elevation map. Yep. And from blue to white, it goes from the lowest to the highest elevation. And here you can see these circular things. I am very much convinced that these are actually trees, which are visible at this 50 centimeters Lidar resolution. So this is pretty cool. And this can be even cooler by visualizing this thing in 3 dimensions. So now let's go for Plotly and start preparing the 3D version of this map. So first we need to set up the boundaries and also create the mesh grid, which we are going to visualize. And by the way, I have a new course with LinkedIn Learning coming soon where I'm going to explain all the details on why exactly do we use these commands, or how to reproduce this terrain color map or create new color maps even in Plotly for 3D visuals. So that's also the reason I am fairly fast with these parts, but until the new course is released, you can also just use the code and explore them yourselves. And then, now that we have the mesh, the 3D mesh, 3D surface generated from the Lidar arrays, we can visualize them as a surface using the Earth color palette with this simple command. And to make sure that we have a nicely designed layout, we will also set the layout by adding a title. I got a nice emoji from ChatGPT for that. Titles, camera view, so we have a nice orientation, and then margins. And there is just one thing left. That one missing piece is downsampling. I'm going to add a short downsampling part because in some cases, even with this smaller part, so this 500 meters zone around the castle, computationally rendering this with Plotly might be a bit challenging. This is also a spoiler that in the future I will be coming back with new tutorials with more efficient 3D tools. But for now, let's do the downsampling, and since we have NumPy arrays, we can do that very simply with just selecting every 10th row and column from the dataset, or even every 100th. Let's start from 100 actually, and see how little details we have. So here this is the castle, but this is more like a very simple peak or high ground. Let's see what happens if we go to 25, and I will call this number a factor, so I don't have to rewrite it every time here. Okay, now it's getting better, so now we have more structure. These buildings are getting more building shaped. Let's see if it's 10. Okay, now we can see the building blocks and the road network structure is emerging. Let's see if it's, let's do 2, be brave. This should be 1 meter resolution, so the rendering time may be a bit longer, but the resolution is nearly complete. And yeah, now this looks very good. Here you can see structures even inside the castle. You can see the church, the tower. This is very nicely done. Such cool data. And then let's go to the factor 1. Which should be the same as no sampling. So maybe just comment it out to make sure that we indeed have the raw data and at the best resolution possible. Yeah, so it seems that if I am not doing any downsampling, then I'm getting an error, memory error most likely. So let's come back here and decrease the buffer zone a little bit. Let's go with 300 meters and then rerun these pieces of codes. For a quick sanity check, let's see how many points we have in this data set. So we have 2.5 million points. Let's go back to 500 meters for a sec. Let's see how many points we had here. Yep, we had 60 million, but now we are pushing it through and we will see how this looks like in proper 3D. Yep, now this is the smaller region with a buffer of 250, but now we have the full resolution. Look at that. Wow, this is really cool. Let's change the image height. Yep, now we have a nearly full screen view of the 3D LiDAR-based data and map visuals of Edinburgh. And yeah, this looks really cool. So here you can see that these are indeed trees. How to get there? So these should be trees, but since the LiDAR data is being captured from above, we can't really see the stump of the tree, only the tree canopy, but it's still pretty cool. Maybe in a few years we can even see what's inside these buildings and we will see the windows, for example. But anyways, this was it. This was the 3D LiDAR map for the topic cell, showing a small cell, a small contained area of Scotland. Hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.